Hello everyone, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Michael and today I needed some sofrito and I'm going to show you how to make that. This is all the ingredients that we're going to need for that. So I've got some cilantro here and I've got one bundle of those, and you can just get those in your market like those. Now the next ingredient you might have a little trouble finding unless you go to an Asian market or a Spanish market, and this is called culantro. It looks like it's a little bit of a ribbing on the side here and it's longer leaves. It's very nice, aromatic. If you can't find this, then get 2 bunches of your cilantro and you'll be fine. One of the other ingredients we're going to use a large onion. I've got 2 bulbs of garlic that I'm going to peel, and we're going to use those. And I've got 2 bell peppers. Now you can use the green ones if you like those. I've got a yellow one here and an orange one, but you can definitely use the green ones if that's what you have. Everything, once it gets processed together, is going to be green, so this might brighten it up just a little bit, but if you use the green ones, you'll definitely have a green sofrito. And the last ingredient that I've got here, these are dulces. These are sweet peppers, and you can, if you can't find these, you can use the little peppers like these that are sweet. You can get the smaller ones in the stores, and you can definitely use those like these as well. Like this is an orange one here. This is a sweet pepper. You can use those. But if you can't find the dulces, you can use one of those sweet peppers. Now be careful when you pick these up in the store. These you can get at the Spanish markets or the Asian markets. There's one that looks just like it. It's green. It's a habanero pepper. And unless you like it really, really, really hot, stay away from that one. Get the dulces if you see those. These are sweet peppers, and if you, like I said, if you can't find those, you can get the smaller sweet ones in your local market. And that's what's going to go into our sofrito. Now sofrito, if you've never heard of that before, is a base for a lot of Puerto Rican dishes. They have different variations. Every family is going to make theirs slightly different than the way I make mine here. You go to different islands in the Caribbean, you might find a different variation to that as well. So you can put this in beans and rice and stews and soups. Whatever you want to put it in, you can put that in it. So I'm going to show you how to make it tonight. It's really easy to make, and I'm going to show you how to store it and how we're going to process it so that you can have it when you need it in the future. Stick with me. Let's get started. Now with my culantro, I've taken it and I've cut the bottoms off of those because those are kind of brown on the end. I'm going to take these to the sink and give these a wash, and I'll be back, and we'll move on to our next ingredient. Now with my cilantro, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut the very bottoms off of them, and then I'm going to go give these a wash in the sink also, and I'll be back to the next ingredient. All right, I've given my bell peppers a little bit of a wash. Now I'm going to take a knife here and I'm going to go in and I'm going to cut the crown right out of it. And I'm going to discard that. I'm going to take it and I'm just going to cut it into quarters. And with that, I'm going to take this white part of it out. It's got seeds in it. I don't want that in my sofrito, so I'm just going to cut that off so that we don't have that into the sofrito. And I'm going to cut it one more time, so I've got really big chunks. All right, I've got my bell pepper cut up now. I've got the seeds out of those and the white membrane. We'll set those to the side. And now we're going to work on our dulces. I'm going to take these to the sink and give these a rinse also. Now with our sweet peppers, these are going to be a little bit more work than the other pieces we've got there. So I'm going to take the stem off the top of it. And I've got about 20 of these laid out here. And I'm going to go ahead and cut these in half. And these have a seed in them also. You can see there, you can just grab a hold of it and just pull, and that whole membrane will come out with the seeds also. If they don't all come out, we can put them into a bowl, take them to the sink and wash the seeds out of them. I'm going to work on these. I'm going to leave these in half like this. We're going to let that machine do the work for us. I'll be back in just a minute. All right, I got my dulces cleaned up now, and I just took these to the sink and turned on the water really low and washed the seed right out of them, and you can pull them out with your fingers. So that's the easiest way to do that for pulling the seeds out of those peppers. So let's put those to the side. Now let's work on our garlic. I'm going to go ahead and take the outer paper off of this bulbs of these. And I'm going to break these apart. All right, now that I've got my garlic broken up, I'm just going to take the side of a knife here, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of a whack, and I'm going to remove those outer skins off the outside of them because you definitely don't want that in your sofrito. So go ahead and take that outer skin off of your garlic, and we'll set those to the side. All right, I've got my garlic now with the skins removed off of those, and the last thing I've got is my onion. I'm just going to cut this into big pieces. I'm going to take that root end off and the top end off of it. And then I'm going to take that outer skin off of it. All right, because I'm going to let the machine do a lot of the work, I'm just going to cut this up into fairly big pieces so it don't have to work as hard. Give it a little bit of a head start. Now, if you really wanted to go old school with this, you could get you a mortar pestle out and you can do that and you can grind everything up. But we're not going to do that. We're going to use modern machinery, and I'm going to get that out now, and we're going to make this process really fast. Stick with me. All right, I've got my food processor here. If you don't have a food processor, if you got a blender, you can use that. I really like how this really works really quickly. So we're going to work in smaller batches with that, and then we'll put it into a bowl and mix it together. So let's just go ahead and add a few of our ingredients together into our food processor. We'll grab some of the onion, some of the dulces, a couple of the bell peppers. We'll break those up. I'll put some of our culantro in there, and we'll put some of the cilantro in there. And I'll grab a couple of the cloves of garlic there. We're going to put the lid on it and let it do its thing. All right, so I've got some of my leaves here from my cilantro, my culantro that didn't get down in the bottom, so I'm going to give those a push down into there so that that gets all mixed together, and give it another pulse. All right, let's give this a look and see what we've got. I'll take the blade out of there so we can see what we have. And with that, I'll pull some up on the spatula. You're looking for the type of texture that we see here, which is going to be really nice, and everything's going to be pulverized really well. I'm going to put the blade back in there. We're going to go through until we get all of this done. And if it gets too much in here, we'll transfer it to the bowl and then we'll mix it together. All right, I've got all of my ingredients now processed in that food processor, and I wanted to show you what that looked like. Let me grab a spoon, and I'm going to show you the texture of that. I've got a clean spoon here, and you can see what that looks like, how that is really just processed everything. And that's what you're looking for. So now when you cook with this, you'll put a little bit of oil in the pan, and then you'll put this in there, and you'll just kind of bring out those flavors of those, and that will make everything really aromatic. And you've got your garlic and your onion and your bell pepper already cut up into this. So really, if you make a recipe, you don't have to put those in there again because you've already got it here, and that's the purpose of that. So sometimes I go in there and I'll put more garlic or more onion in there if I want, but that's the consistency that we're looking for. So now let's just give this a good mix through. Make sure that we got it all mixed together, because I did do this in about 4 batches in my food processor. You don't want to see any big chunks in here at all, and if you do, and you've got your mortar pestle, you can definitely put them in there and take them down to the rest of it where you've got the rest of the size of the ingredients. So now that I've got that mixed together, you can use this fresh, but this is a lot of this, and you're not going to use all of this before it goes bad. So what I like to do with it is I just get some ice trays, and I'll take these and I'll put it and I'll fill up the little sections with these, and each one of these sections is about a tablespoon of your sofrito. Once you get your ice tray filled up, what I like to do with it is I get these extra large Ziploc bags, and I will put these trays in these bags, because you'll make the mistake once of putting this in your freezer without it being in a bag, and your whole refrigerator everything will smell like garlic and onions and things. So definitely don't skip on this process. If you don't have this size bag, you can use the gallon size bags, but you can get quite a few of those trays in there. Just put this in there. We're going to pop this into the freezer, let these freeze up, and when they do, they come out looking like this. And then you'll take these, and each one of these is about a tablespoon. You can let these thaw out before you get ready to cook, and you've got these ready to go. I hope you like this content, because this is going to add a lot of flavor to anything that you cook. Like I said earlier, you can put this in beans and soups and stews, your one pots if you want to put them in those. Whatever you've got that you want to put any kind of seasoning in, this you can make this and put this in just about anything. If you like this content, maybe you might consider giving me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And while you're at it, check out one of these other 2 videos over here on the side. You might find something else you like. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment, and I want to hear how you make your sofrito if you make it, or if you've made this for the first time, what do you think about it? I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye now.